But yeah, I gotta do this frequency transmission on Mars, ingress, and Libra. Now Mars has a slower rotation than the sun, so yeah, Mars like stays in each space or experience longer and shit like that. You know, just going through spaces of experience now. You know, I'm gonna try to run through and shit like that. Um, and I'm going by bid three right now. Okay, if your if your sun, moon, and ascendant is an air, or sun, moon, or ascendant is an air, so like that, that's gonna be a gift. You know, if any of those shits is an Aries by dissension or a sun, moon, or ascendant is an Aries, then it's gonna be it's gonna be a motherfucking tussle for balance and shit like that. Um, you know, see here, Sag and Leo, you know, it's opportunities. Okay, water. Okay, Cancer. That's a motherfucking square. That's a tussle, right? To be founded. Libra. It's a motherfucking quincunx. It's a mastery process. Not Libra. Pisces. Pisces. It's a quincunx, a mastery process. Shit like that. Scorpio. It's a semi-set size, small frustration. Earth. Taurus is a mastery process. Virgo is it's small frustration, small gift, small frustration. And Capricorn, it's a motherfucking tussle and shit like that now. Okay, first house by dissension and 12th house by first house by dissension, 12th house by evolution, stuff like that. I'm gonna live like, yeah. Like I said, it goes both ways because we are our dissension maps and our evolution maps. Nail and progress, you know? So, okay, first house, okay, rising up trajectory to establish frequency, security, stuff like that, you know, five of fairness and shit like that. It's like, okay, you gonna be like, that's gonna be your initial 3D view and stuff like that. That's just what it is, shit like that. Or people gonna be chasing that. People gonna be chasing after you and shit like that. That's like you live right. People gonna be like chasing after you and shit like that. Like particularly aspecting your Venus and shit like that. You know, or your seventh ruler and shit like that. Okay, you gonna have to fight to make things fair for yourself and shit like that. 12 house and shit like that. Mars going through your 12 by evolution, shit like that. Yeah, there gonna be some secret wars going on behind your back and shit like that to make things fair and shit like that. Or you know, or things going down the astral realm and shit like that to make things fair for you. Okay, Mars going through your second house by dissension and first house by evolution, shit like that. Okay, what you gonna what's that like your values, like maintain your 3D security and your bag and shit like that. Like, like you gonna be more the fuck the bug. Fuck the fuck shoe spy. Damn. Motherfucking spy shoe. Like, what you gonna be doing is like try making more fair in that area and shit like that. Like, like you gonna find, because Libra is one sign dualities and shit like that. So what you gonna try to do is like reconcile the motherfucking dualities and fight for fairness. Like, folks showing you at your shit. Like, say has also like internal resources and shit like that. So like, for example, like, people is unnecessary, is unfairly taking advantage of your talents and shit. You gonna be like, now hold the fuck on. Now hold the absolute motherfucker on. Hold fuck on, like, and like I say, it depends on what line it's making to your map. Me asking like, hold the motherfucker on, stuff like that. You was just not going to use me. Like, you is just not. I'm like, you just not. I'm not in that area to serve you like that. You just not gonna use me for what the fuck I can do and for my abilities and shit like that. Okay? Okay. Shit, this is where we actively find for justice to be served. And we're actively rising forth in karma. And warring for karmic justice to be served, shit like that. So it's like, okay. Or you been motherfucking wrong and shit like that. That's you gonna motherfucking get, okay? Where Libra's at is where shit come through another also and shit like that. So another might add to it, shit like that. Okay, third house, okay, and also first aspect, while all that's going on and shit like that, like I said, personal wars to get your justice, point blank period, shit like that. Or if you've been unfair and shit like that, then you receive a lot of flack for that shit. Okay, third house, okay, warring actively, like communicating, like things through your kin and shit like that. Like, how, you make things more fair and balanced in those relations and shit like that. Your neighborhood, like surroundings, like education. The third house also covers education, but it's like the lower mind and shit like that. So it's like, okay, wherever you've been like communicating bad shit like that, go my way. You can go educating yourself in that manner and shit like that. Okay, you gonna try to balance that with other stuff like that, or that's what got fights with rods and shit like that too. So like that got like debates and shit like that. I'm telling you, man. Okay. Fourth, okay, and also by evolution, right? The second house by evolution, while all that is going on, while that is shit is going on and shit like that, there's also where you gonna try to balance that shit out with your resources, like your internal, external resources, your talents, your money and shit like that. So it's like you, and I'm talking as unaspected, thank you, unaspected and shit like that. You gonna be looking at them, you be looking at them folks, now hold the fuck on there. Y'all not gonna keep showing me over and shit like that, okay? Like this education shit is not gonna keep showing me over this and that in my bag and shit like that, you know? And then but yeah, fourth house by dissension, third house by evolution. Okay. Or like I said, Libra, or if you've been unfair, I'm gonna tell you, where the scales has been motherfucking unbalanced, it will be placed back into balance, okay? Whether you get more, whether you get more of the goods on your side, you got the heavy side, somebody got the light side, barely shit on there and shit like that. It's gonna all get balanced that. Fourth house, like, five foot. This where it really get karmic and shit like that. This is where it really get karmic and shit like that. Five, for things to be evened out at the root of the out and shit like that. Like, like what's held close to the chest, what the ring that you really flow with, like, domestic issues, domestic activity and shit like that. Balancing things out with your mom and shit like that, the maternal figure, the root, the core of all the home and shit like that. And while that's all going on and shit like that should be going your third house by evolution. So it's like while that's going the root out, like in the surroundings area, lower education, all of that shit like that. God with debates, this, that, and third, God with debates, communications, to make things balanced and fair. Fifth house and shit like that, like fifth house by dissension and fourth house by evolution. Okay. Romance, young ones, hobbies, entertainment, all the right practices, recreational sex and this and that, third shit like that. Like, for dating, for example, like, and here it's like, okay, Leo's already has some romance and cheer and stuff like that. So, Libra being that shit, yeah, that's motherfucking, like, man, opportunities for things manifest, shit like that. It's gonna be like you look at the person that you date and shit like that, like you gonna more actively want to get out and date more and shit like that, or if you deal with somebody and shit like that, you gonna be looking at that like, Um, and take heed. This is also if this is aspect of rules of those houses too, those spaces experience too and shit like that. But I'm speaking in general, and if it's unexpected and stuff like that, like but yeah, what you gonna do, you gonna look at your person that you're dealing with romantically, and if things ain't been fair there, if there has not been enough sweet words there, and think it for example, like, you know, you've been writing more poetry and songs and shit like that, and they just look at how bad sweet, so like that, you could think like, the fuck, like the fuck, like the fuck and shit like that, like is this, like, is this blaze sweet enough to maintain, or am I just gonna have to go and establish it with somebody else? Okay, you good damn the fuck? Why you ain't wrote me nothing? This, that, and third shit like that. And meanwhile, all the shit going down in your home and shit like that. So it's gonna be real, like, because four facts by evolution. So, man, it's gonna be like that. Them two areas just gonna be a whole like steam fog, like just a whole maintained steam fog just flowing and shit like that. Cause it's, man, cause on one hand you gonna be dealing with, you know, the surge and romance there with hobbies and shit like that. That too, and like dating and shit like that. On the other hand, you be dealing with home and shit like that. So like, damn. Sixth house by dissension and illusion. Okay, you, man. If they been putting more the load on you at motherfucking work and shit like that, you can be like, man, fuck this shit, man. Y'all doing me so wrong. Like why in the motherfuck, why in the motherfuck, like, you are giving me all this work do while these people get sit around and do nothing, next to nothing and shit like that. Oh hell no. Or you been lazy around at work. They gonna be good you like, man, we tired of picking your motherfucking slack. You get off your ass. And fifth house by evolution, because you're going through your fifth house by then and shit like that. Okay, they gonna be, you know, at the meantime, you know, while shit is getting stressing and taxing at work and stuff like that, shit gonna be on your head at work and your frequencies at work and shit like that, and sitting somewhere ruminating on how to make things right at work and shit like that. The next thing you know, either you or your romantic partner and shit like that, if you dating and shit like that, the spotlight is gonna be on there and shit like that, and it's gonna be like, and they're gonna be looking at you like, the fuck. But also, you know, hobbies will, also, like, yeah, hobbies would be a sweet escape from all the stress of work and day routine, shit like that, like diet and day routine, exercise, stuff like that. Yeah, you gonna really be looking at that, really seeing back, look, the consequences of how you have treated yourself like shit. If you have, and you been absolutely treating yourself like shit. If your diet been shit, shit like that, you know. You gonna look at that, that's gonna force you to, cause it's gonna rectify itself one way or other. That's gonna force you to take better care of that area. Or if you've been doing yourself right and shit like that, then you'll be all right and more balanced than knowing that shit like that. So you know, seventh house by dissension, sixth house by evolution, Mars going through your seventh house by dissension, stuff like that. Yes, you will want to get married. Or if it's aspect your seventh Lord, seventh root by dissension, evolution, yeah, you will want to get married. And like that drive for partnership will definitely be there. You know? And that's Mars going through your seventh house on June. Yeah, you will want to get married, make that commitment, you know. Like business partnership, yeah, you really want to partner up with somebody business wise, shit like that. Then with beefs and legal shit, that's where shit get all sorted out. That's where you be like, you know what, let's finally bury this motherfucking hatch. I'm tired of fighting, cause Mars, Mars, it's in detriment in Libra and shit like that. It's yeah, like it's in detriment in Libra and shit like that. Cause you know, if Aries is the domicile shit like that, then it's in detriment in Libra because it's the opposite shit like that. So that's really like, man, I'm tired. I'm tired of beefing over this petty shit. It's called a motherfucking truce, okay, already and shit like that. Um, you know, or you really or you would really want to motherfucking fight back and shit like that. But either way, you just like, I'm done. I'm done with the beef. I'm done with the beef. I'm tired of the war. I'm done with the beef. At the same time, by evolution, it be going through your sixth house of work, day-to-day routine, diet, you know, service, you know, small animals. I get that small animals shit like that, you know. But yeah. So meantime, while you trying to get married, um, or squash those beefs, or enter no partnership, shit like that. Same time, shit that's going down in your sit space and shit like that. Like you, it's like you be like, okay, it's like, okay, like I'm trying to get this partnership going and shit like that. I'm trying to get this big partnership. I'm trying to sell these beats. These motherfuckers stress me at work and so like I need to balance my day-to-day routine and shit like that. Oh, like, man, I'm tired. I'm tired. I need to chill. I need to go meditate more and keep in mind shit. Like shit also goes on in the mirror houses. Thank you, the opposite houses, because it's a reflection point too. But I'm just trying to keep this short and simple. Okay, if it's going through your eighth house by dissension, seventh house by evolution, shit like that. Okay, you want to balance out your sex life and shit like that. Okay, your like your occultism or best or one of the eighth house rules, stuff like that. Like you would look at like you look at you look at somebody like you're relating to and shit like that, and you know that receive those same illuminations and shit like that, and then you try to like come to balance, pardon me, come balance that and shit like that, like balance that with what the fuck they doing and shit like that. You know, like deaths, taxes and shit like that. Yeah, it's definitely bringing justice and karma to that area, shit like that. So you ain't paid your shit. Yeah. if they motherfucking owe you, then yeah, you get your shit back. Death and stuff like that. That's, and anyways, yeah. Venus is depositing Mars and it's in Scorpio right now. And so Venus is depositing Mercury too. It's in Scorpio. So yeah. Deaths. A time of peace and resolution. A time of peace and resolution. Or you would be driven and be more compelled to avenge an unfair death and stuff like that. So yeah, like really. Or bring vengeance through death and shit like that. Because it's, like I say, it's deposited by Venus and Scorpio this time. It's all, like, shoot, it's all or nothing. I'll go deep and shit like that. So, yeah. Like I said, shit. If you can, I'm like, man, I'm